changes. Evan Fournier's checked in for Harris. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Mitchell. And it's Hill in for Spencer Dinwiddie. To the paint. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. Coming off a terrific season. 8th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And back to his points per game average last year. He literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome, absolutely awesome, getting good positioning close to the basket.
The drive by Hill. Here's Vucevic. Clark, you look at the defensive metrics for Nikola Vucevic lately, very good. And yet, he's been considered a liability at that end. So, in your opinion, which is?
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I think it's a blend, quite honestly. The analytics say one thing, but in this day and age, the way the game is played, big centers are typically challenged from a mobility standpoint, especially trying to defend fleet-footed perimeter guys in pick-and-roll situations and in space. To Vucevic's credit, he's worked hard at becoming better, trying to be a better rim protector and recognize where he needs to be early on with anticipation. So he's making progress, but it's a blend in my mind.
No good on the second free throw. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or
not. The free throw off from Horford.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
Inside, here's KD. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. KD's got his second bucket.
Yeah, I just love how Durant finishes over contact, not allowing the D to contain it.
Jokic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Vucevic.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Jokic is one of those new breed of positionless players. On any given night, he could lead the team in points, rebounds, or assists, or maybe all three, triple-double like.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
And that's a rare missed opportunity from him. He'd been good as gold up until that point.
KD with it. From deep three-point range, and so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Denver Nuggets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. The game is evolving.
That I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
They've got Nikola Jokic. Iguodala out there with Horford. And it's Rose. And it's Fox in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Now here's Horford. Fades. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Fournier into the lane. Here's Vucevic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you look at Vucevic, and his tenacity goes up the closer he is to the cup. Defenders try to match his level of physicality down there, which more times than not results in him going to the foul line.
And the first one hits.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic, an offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And the Bucks making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Iguodala. Nice D from Fournier. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Bucks. Here's Hill. Here's Whiteside. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Fox passes to Jokic. Now the dish to Iguodala. To the right side. Jokic kicks to Fox. Lets it go with a 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And it's a 7-point Milwaukee lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Booker looking around. Shot to stop the run. Milwaukee with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Mitchell wide open. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second. And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Fournier. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet. And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Out to the right wing. Launches a 3. And Dinwiddie gets it to go on the assist by Whiteside.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Horford kicks to Booker. Outside Porter. Lots of room. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Porter's got 5.
Shots like this are why people are just so high on Porter. Has such a quick release on that jumper.
Now here is Harris. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Clark, I'm going to get a little detailed here, but in terms of footwork in the post, who really impresses you?
Well, there are a number of guys, Kevin. I mean, you think about it. Kevin Durant is a lethal scorer and does a lot of his work off the dribble and in transition on pull-up threes. But when he is a post-up threat, and he does get posted sometimes, his footwork is superb, absolutely superb. Joel Embiid comes to mind, big fella with feet of a ballerina. Jokic does a great job with his feet, not nearly as athletic as Embiid or Durant. And then I would put Kawhi Leonard outside of a big guy. I mean, he's not a big guy in terms of position, but boy, he is very efficient down in the low post when he gets it there.
Good names. And the Nuggets making a change here. Young's checked in. KD's checked in for Milwaukee. Dinwiddie passes to Whiteside. Shoots. Durant, no good.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Booker finds Young. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Milwaukee?
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
That's good from Young.
And, of course, all the comparisons to Steph Curry. Young just trying to be the best version of himself. And we've already seen the upside.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And he makes all 3.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Dinwiddie passes to Whiteside. 1:57 left in the first half. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Bucks now. Harris dishes to Dinwiddie. Wide open look. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
Young passes to Booker. 1:29 left in the second quarter. Fires at the elbow. They grab their own miss and stolen by Harris. Durant just inside the line. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists tonight. The Nuggets trail by 4. Passes to Gordon. Dishes it to Booker. 50 seconds left now here in the second. The layup off target. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. For the Nuggets, Jokic, he's checked in for Horford. And it's Iguodala in for Michael Porter. The Bucks also changing it up. Vucevic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. 44 seconds left to play here in the half. And here is KD. He's got 8.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Young kicks to Booker. 20 seconds left in the first half of the game.
And the defense, no factor. which is why he simply laid it in.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Here's Dinwiddie, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Denver.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie has good size at the point guard position, and he uses it well to draw fouls.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots to the line here.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You know, before becoming the 38th pick in the 2014 NBA draft, Dinwiddie played 3 really good years of collegiate basketball at Colorado.
Spencer Dinwiddie firing on all cylinders for the Milwaukee Bucks. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, how's it feel to be back on the floor again?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Good to see you back out here, Derek. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. There were a lot of positives for them to take away from the second quarter, where they came from behind to take a 4-point lead at the half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It'll be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we're seeing from Spencer Dinwiddie.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Tobias Harris is out there with Whiteside, and it's Durant. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie, and it's Mitchell in at the 2.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
No good from Booker. Bucks leading by 6. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
Here's Booker, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Over Mitchell, and that one goes long.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Dinwiddie against Young. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 10 now for Milwaukee.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
The drive by Booker over Harris. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 15.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Dinwiddie with the bucket. And the Bucks lead by 10.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Young. He has 6. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And you remember when Aaron Gordon came into the league, Clark, some questioned whether he had the size to play the power forward position. Not anymore.
Yeah, you take a look at what's important at that position. It's about mobility, versatility, and skill set. And he certainly fits the bill nicely there. He can defend the 3 or even some 4 positions and brings a lot of energy at both ends.
Free throw good, Gordon. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Nuggets. Yep, it counts.
Boy, excellent recognition from Fox there, Kevin. Outstanding at recognizing when his guys are open.
Pass to Fournier. The Bucks working the ball around. Harris passes to Hill. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Fox. Second shot opportunity. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got 4 points this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Denver calls timeout.
Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
Who run in your house without staking it out? If you ain't really bout that you say you about, I went a different route. I just go pivot the couch. I just envision the count, then I go get that amount. I got a beautiful house, but honestly, I skip the town every time that the temperature down. So someone dissed me in the crew, but honestly, I forgot who. Cause next to what's crazy is that it's somebody I probably knew. Me, I don't get it, no clue. That just what you don't do. That just a more I add to the list that I can't get no energy to. Watch what you put up on the web. You don't want everyone to wear. I just had to lead the hooks, treated me like a celeb. I just went and cut my dread, but I got some beautiful hair. I am just searching for something that's real, cause they really know what they say. I gotta smile, but honestly, I put my boy. Sometimes I see him in the cloud.
Horford checked in for Gordon. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Vucevic checked in for Whiteside. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And Booker kicks to Horford. Off target from 3-point range. And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though the block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
Here's Horford. Some solid defense from Harris.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Booker after the basket by Milwaukee. Now here's Fox. He has 6. 5 on the clock. High arcing shot. It's stolen by Hill. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And Fournier kicks to Hill. Now the pass to Vucevic. Launches it. And it's Fox with the rebound. Fox has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The feed to Horford. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Vucevic. Here's the teardrop. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Hill. Mitchell's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bucks. Fox passes to Horford. He dishes it to Booker to stop the drought. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slings it in.
You can't afford to lose sight of Jokic, not even for a second. This guy's always a threat to hurt you on the offensive board.
Fournier finds Hill. Mitchell against Booker. Offensive rebound. Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Checked in for the Nuggets. Rose comes in for Booker. The Bucks also with the sub. Brogdon's checked in. Fox kicks to Iguodala. Outside, Fox. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Pass to Rose. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Rose has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Against Hill. The dish to Vucevic. Unable to get that one. Good work defensively by Horford. Iguodala's drive, and the lead is down inside single digits. Iguodala's got 6 points.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Here's Harris, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot. He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Now here is Hill. This is it to Harris. Over Horford. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. That's now 8 points for Tobias Harris.
Well, that's a sweet spot for Harris, guys. I mean, all he needs is a little separation, and he's good to go.
Lobbed up there for Fox.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
27 seconds left to play in the third. Brogdon outside. Harris outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, looking to score often from there. Harris is excellent at drawing the defense's attention and fouls.
The Bucks have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, Tobias Harris is a great scorer, and he's had multiple NBA stops, and I think you just have to simply say this guy has always been wanted.
And Harris drops them both. 12 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Young for 3. The shot, no good. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Bucks lead by 9. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Young is out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Iguodala in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The wide open look for Durant. No good on the three.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bucks.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
First one falls for him. One misses. The Nuggets trail by 8. Pushing it up. Durant with the steal. And here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop. Here's Whiteside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Andre Iguodala.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
Here is Durant, following the score by Derrick Rose. A nice shot by KD.
And Durant has just such a fluid release, very efficient shooting the ball from that mid-range.
Here's Young. The 6-footer's good. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep. Forget about it, Kevin. I mean, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
Iguodala outside. Second chance shot. Goes up again. And it's Jokic missing.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Basket good.
Boy, with that strong body and good size, Brogdon's able to finish through contact.
Now, here is Young. Here's Rose, and he uses the glass on the lane.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Quarters checked in for Denver. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now Young. The 3, trains it from beyond the arc.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Pass to Vucevic. Kicks it to Durant. The 15-footer, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Rose, a very solid floor general. I think that's an underrated part of his game. He's excellent at finding
Dinwiddie passes to KD. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 5th assist in this one. The pass to Jokic. Porter kicks to Young. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Jokic, and again it's Denver.
Jokic is such a developed offensive player. He's really good at taking advantage of these mid-range spots.
Down low, a double clutch, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Rose. Guys, Brogdon not a player that turns heads, but man, is he an efficient threat on the floor.
And he's been a great three-point shooter really since his rookie year. His field goal percentage continues to climb and has evolved into one of the best free throw shooters in the game.
The first one falls.
And you know, the 2016-17 Rookie of the Year continues to impress. Brogdon is a valuable role player who does a lot of things well.
Denver making a switch here. Booker's checked in. Tobias Harris is checked in for the Bucks. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Brogdon hits them both. Here's Young. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game. And they need to avoid that. Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys,
whoa, what else finish?
Good.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Dinwiddie is checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. So it's the Bucks now. Dinwiddie right side. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Spencer Dinwiddie. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 9 points. Booker against Harris. Booker left side. And it's sent back by KD. Just 3 to shoot. Young for 3.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead. Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Mitchell against Booker. And here's Young from the arc. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Young's got 10 points here in the second half. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing from Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
Empezamos a pie y ahora andamos en el jet. Vamos a calentar, baby, tú. No se quiere olvidar, no quiere recordar, baby. Can't get enough. Yeah. Yeah. Can't get enough. Yeah. Can't get enough.
chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said, if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off him a little.
The Nuggets trail by 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Got to be careful in how you're going to guard Young. He often seeks out contact and really forces the issue.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 5. And the Bucks making a change here. Vucevic is checked in. And so Young nails them both.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're leading by 4. 1:32 left in the game. With it. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Booker the pass to Porter. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. 9 points for Michael Porter.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Mitchell with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Pass to Durant. Porter with a block. Here's Young. Tries again. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Feeds to Durant.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 24 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Now on the court, your very own Nuggets dancers. Let them hear it.
Jokic finds Porter. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're up by 1. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seconds left here in the fourth quarter, and so they foul intentionally.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
And so the Bucks take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kevin. A big win. They're a very good team. How hard was it to get the win the way they were playing?
Well, they got the heart of a champion. You know, their coach is unbelievable. He does so many good things with those guys. So we knew it was going to be a game. And they just kept fighting and made it tough on us, man. I'm glad we got this one out.
Yeah, you guys really pulled it out at the end, Kevin. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.